PG does drama in Summer's name, and she has a message for her haters, including the word police. That's me.
I think I've already, said what I had to say to H's dad. I think I've already said what I had to say to some of the other haters that wanted to, try to grab my words, twist them into what they want them to say instead of what I was saying. You know how I feel. They can all freaking bob up and kiss my ass. It just is what it is. And that goes for Bob as well. I'm not out here, and I've said this from the very beginning, I'm not out here for humans. I'm out here for these missing children.
I think you mean the missing child. You know, the one you exploit on a daily basis. Because she puts all that money in your pocket?
Especially Summer. This is Summer's channel put together by God for her, and we run it. But I'm not here for humans.
No, PG, this is your channel. You know, the one that you use to exploit Summer and make money for yourself. If it was Summer's channel, or a channel that belonged to everybody, everybody would be getting the money. Or Summer would be, or something to benefit Summer, but instead it goes in your pocket. So I'm not buying what you're putting down. I know some people do, but there's a lot who don't.
I don't have to answer to no one at the end of this night but God Almighty. And that's all you have to answer to as well. It's God Almighty.
This is just my opinion, but I don't think God likes exploiters or bullies, especially when you're using the name of a missing child to bully people and make money at the same time.
I try my best to do His will instead of my own. But I am not going to let people come at me sideways that have no business coming at me like that.
When you use a missing child in this community that we all love, care for, and worry about, you make it our business. When you come on YouTube, you make it our business to review your content and your bad behavior. And that's what this is. And that's what those other people were doing too. And they have every right to say how they feel without you lying on them or you bullying them. All while using Summer's name in your title to do so.
None whatsoever. I have not done nothing to them to deserve what they are doing.
That is the biggest load of BS I've heard all day. You've done plenty to these people, especially Bob. We'll get into that later.
This is their own hatred, their own ugliness, their own whatever the hell they're ate up with inside, and that's their fucking problem, not mine. And it's not going to become mine as well. Right? So they can personally just off. That's what I have to say. I don't put up with people's shit because I don't have to. It just is what it is. And hopefully I don't have to address them any farther, but I know I'm going to, because these are humans that just don't want to stop. they got real freaking mental issues. That, beyond me. Beyond me. I don't even care.
All these people that PG are addressing are all people that have reviewed her. People who didn't like what she had to say numerous times. And in return, PG bullied these people. So we will be showing that coming up. And just for context, this is actually the very end of her live stream. So I ended up putting that part first. So what Paragarden did is she started out her stream by talking about summer, and basically she went over all the same stuff she's gone over 100 times. It's all reused content. You know, the stuff with the barrel and summer, dancing in the rain, all those things she's reviewed 100 times. Again, so she used that again to exploit summer. And then the second half of her stream, she decided to, kind of stop talking about summer and moved on to the haters. So yeah, plenty of drama in Summer's name for the second half. And the reason she did it that way is because Bob made a community post talking about how she used Summer's name, and for the first 40 or 50 minutes of her live stream, all she did was bash Daisy, and Summer's name was in the title. So she must have seen that community post and now has decided to just switch it. So now she does her summer things first and then her bashing and drama second. So Bob, I guess she's looking at what you're putting down there and taking your advice, sort of. As long as she gets summer out of the way first, it makes it okay, I guess. Anyway, I will put a link to Bob's channel for you in the description, and please go check out his channel. So after this little exit part that she did at the very end, we'll go back to the beginning and start there. And of course, I cut out a lot of BS and exploitation stuff that we're not going to show in there. And we're just going to show her bad behavior, and I'll explain as we go.
But I'll handle it as it comes, right? I'll handle it as it comes because God will be with me to handle it. And I know that. So it doesn't matter. Listen, I'm going to ask everyone, please, as I ask every night, please, please, please send the prayers up for this little girl. Please send the prayers up. And I am saying, please, send some prayers up for Summer. Send them up. Let God know how much we want her to be found. This case it's been too long. It's been too long. And it really needs something needs to be done.
You think, PG? Sitting there stating the obvious. But do know that what you're doing is not helping, because when people search for facts for Summer's case, guess what pops up? Garbage like your channel. Full of your opinion that you put out as factual. The way you say it makes it sound factual, and it's not factual. It hasn't come from law enforcement. It's come from your opinion. It's come from people who lie. However, when it's convenient for you, those same people who give you information are all of a sudden not liars. But when it is convenient for you in your narrative, they're liars. So make that make sense, Prayer Garden.
Something needs to give. And the only way that's going to happen is if we get God. If we get God to answer our prayers.
And we can all do that on our own time. We can all pray on our own time if that's what we choose to do. If you want to pray, do so. But share her picture and share facts, not a bunch of garbage. And using God in the background to try and make it sound more legit is wrong. What you're doing on this channel is 100% wrong. Morally corrupt. And, as always, I see plenty of money coming in Summer's name for what you call Summer's channel. No, Prayer Garden, this is your channel. And it's 100% vile and disgusting that you use her like this, and that you do this to her brothers. All right, so moving on here, we are at the next part back towards the beginning, where she is talking about Summer, exploiting Summer, going over the same stuff she's gone over hundreds of times, made money at it already, and is continuing to make money on it. So that's where we're going to start, and then she'll get into the word police stuff, which is interesting to say the least.
Crooked Arrow, I appreciate it. God bless. Super sticker, yes. I appreciate that, sweetie. God bless. I surely appreciate your support for Summer's channel. Amen. But
Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
When I come home from work and I drove to the bottom property and I see my neighbors and my boys searching for her.
Prayer Garden reviewing this video of Dawn Wells is what prompted her to speak about the word police topic, so it is in here for context.
When I come home from work and I drove to the bottom property and I see my neighbors and my boys searching for her, I knew at that instance that what was told to me by an angel.
There you go, Dawn. What was tended? What have been tended? You got that right. What have been tended? What have...
I don't know, PG. First of all, he didn't say tended. He started to say something, and you're assuming that's what it was. And hey, it could be. I don't know. But I don't think tended in that regard is a word. But anyway, let's keep going.
been tended was carried out. You got that right. Now I'm going to tell you something. I'm not a rocket scientist, but I know how people screw their words up all the time when they're not well educated.
I agree, and I've definitely seen that before.
I'm not a rocket scientist, but I know how people screw their words up all the time when they're not well educated. Even some well educated people screw up their words, right? Even well educated people don't pronounce everything correctly.
I can agree with that as well. I know for myself I don't pronounce every word correctly all the time. I also don't spell things correctly all the time because I'm not perfect. I do use my spell check, but because I'm not the best speller, my spell check actually corrects things wrong sometimes because it's used to the words being wrong. So just so PG knows, I don't claim to be perfect. I'm just here to call out bad behavior and make some jokes sometimes. I try to be funny, that's all. It's not meant to hurt anybody. I don't talk about people's looks. I don't accuse people of crimes with no facts. I don't imply that people are the P word without facts. That's a lot of things I don't do that you do, PG. Interesting. And we will get to why I'm referencing all of that in just a few minutes. It will all make sense.
And you know what I'm saying is you have words that people mess up on, right? Like opinion and appendix.
Wait, what? Opinion and appendix. I've never, ever heard anyone mix those two words up in my life. Perhaps it's a local thing where PG lives. It's definitely possible, just not something I've ever heard before.
Words that people mess up on, right? Like opinion and appendix. You know, or intended. It was tended or intended, right? A lot of people mess it up on then and than, right? English is a hard language. You know, most of us think we got it down to a science. No, we don't.
No, I definitely agree with that. I do think English can be a hard language with all the same words and all those things, especially if you're learning it as a second language, then it's even harder. So we can agree to that, PG. I guess I've just never heard of the opinion and appendix mix-up is all.
English is a very hard language to learn to speak properly. We all know this. And for those people that are, you know, word police and so forth and so on, you know.
I'm assuming that she's referring to me and my videos. I assume.
I guess it makes a big deal to them because they need to put someone down to make themselves feel better. But for the majority of us, we don't care because we just speak how we speak, and we know people understand what we're saying. And I have always been one to, to say, hey, why are you jumping on the way someone speaks if you can understand what they're saying? You're just a fucking asshole.
PG. I'll take it. You can call me an asshole if you like. But in all seriousness, I'm not out here digging in your background, going real life, trying to look up your picture. No, I really just review your behavior because I think it's terrible and I think you're an asshole for what you do to Summer. So that's why I review your content. And in order to make it funny, we kind of just laugh at your words a little bit. Hey, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? I laugh at myself all the time, okay? Nobody is perfect, and I don't expect you to be perfect. The only thing I expect is for people not to exploit children. I expect them not to use their name and call it Summer's Channel and then rake in a bunch of money. That is what angers me. But sometimes I like to have a little fun, okay? And when I do use, let's say, the witch picture, that isn't to do with your looks. That is to do with your personality and how I think you're vile at times. So again, in conclusion, I don't think I'm a total asshole for having a little fun with your words, okay? I think they're funny. I think it's part of your personality, and I'll probably keep doing it. If you really, really, really hate it and it really hurts your feelings and you want to let me know, then I would stop doing it if you were serious about that. Of course I would. But PG, you are extremely vile when you go after people on this platform. I have heard you fat shame Daisy more times than I can count. And you do all that in Summer's name. I have seen you dox and accuse innocent people in this Summer Wells case that probably have nothing to do with it. I have even heard you imply in the last week that another creator is a pedo, and that is so not cool. And these are the things that you're doing, okay? What I am doing is making fun of your words. So let's kind of take the two and see which is the lesser evil. I'm not digging in your background. I don't care who you are. I don't do those things on this platform. I am using your YouTube behavior. And that's it. Really. Again, if you don't love it, you really hate it, it really, really, really hurts your feelings, I would consider not doing it. But that's not what happens. You get really vile and nasty on people. You go way below the belt, you bully people, and it's vile. It's awful. Okay, so I think what I'm throwing back at you here is pretty tame and just for fun. So what I'll do is post a link to the clip that PG deleted, as far as I know, of her doing that to Bob G, who is another channel creator. And I'll post that link in the description where she implies that he is a pedo and more, all because he didn't like what she was doing on her channel in Summer's name. So there you have it.
When you jump on someone's words and you know exactly what they're saying, you're just trying to make yourself feel better. You like to look down on somebody. Well, good fucking for you. I personally don't, I'm not word police.
Well, that's the truth right there. You certainly are not the word police. But you do think you're some type of investigator in the Summer Wells case and that you're solving a crime here. No, you're not. You're actually causing more problems for Summer's case because you're spreading misinformation all over the internet. So when people try and look up her case, they come across you and your bullying and your lies and your BS. So you're definitely not the word police, and you're definitely, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinions, a nobody with regard to credibility in Summer's case. Because all you're doing is hurting it and throwing trash in it. You are trashy. It's a trash, low-level channel. And then you attach Summer's name to it. And no, it is not true crime. And we'll talk about that in a few minutes.
As long as someone talks and I can understand what they are saying, I'm all good with that person. I don't care if they talk proper English or they don't. It doesn't matter.
And I actually agree with that. It really doesn't matter. I have plenty of family and friends who I love very much who don't pronounce all their words properly. I don't care. I don't pronounce all my words properly. It's not that serious. And that isn't the real issue with you. The real issue is your exploitation and your garbage and your bullying. The word police stuff is put in there to lighten it up a little. Because you know what? What you're doing to a missing child is awful. And sometimes we need to lighten it up a bit.
I mean, who the hell's got all of the time in the world to be thinking about how to, speak completely properly? It's BS, right? It's BS.
I'll tell you what I think is BS. What you do to Summer and her brothers, and plenty of other innocent people, and other creators. That's BS. All while you sit up on your high horse with your God complex and exploit a missing child. Miss Perfect up there does no wrong. I'm here to protect Summer. All while you ruin her case and make it a big mess. You, Prayer Garden, are a mess.
And it's just, for me, myself, it's just the devil's way. It's just the devil's way to try to get at people, to try to make people feel belittled or whatever. And, and I'm not in no way trying to, make anyone feel belittled when he said tended. I'm just saying that, this is the way people talk. Instead of saying intended, this is the way, people talk. I mean, he could have said intended and the mic didn't pick it up. It just got tended.
It didn't even do that. It didn't even pick up the word tended. It was like the start of a word, Prayer Garden. Like, just wow. We can listen to it again real quick and see.
I knew at that instance that what was told to me by an angel.
There you go, Dawn. What was tended?
Yeah, I don't know, PG. I heard the start of a word that could have been tended. Or it could have been something else. I'm not sure.
I don't know. But I did get the part where he said tended, and that means was planned, right? It means planned. Any way you say it, it means planned.
Or it means that whatever the angel told him was being carried out. Anyway, that's not why I'm here. I'm not here for this part of it. Let's move on.
I'm not going to play word police on it because intended, tended is all the damn same at the end of the day. Just is what it is, But I don't care if someone says, wind or flurs. It doesn't matter to me.
What? What was that? I'm not even going there.
I'm not perfect. And I speak a little funny too. Hey, Valerie, I appreciate that, girl. God bless. I appreciate your support for Summer's channel. I absolutely do. God bless. Absolutely. But yeah, I don't play that stuff. You love people for who they are. It doesn't matter how they talk.
That is exactly right. And I have zero love or respect for you and your channel.
You really just love them for who they are. Carried out and took somewhere to meet up with God only knows what. And she sure to hell didn't deserve to come up missing on June 15th, 2021. She deserved none of that. That baby thought she was safe in this monster's arms. And he is a monster. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, that's my opinion. And by God, I'm entitled to my opinion. This is America, freedom of speech. And I absolutely, positively, 150% believe that he's a monster. And that baby was everything but safe in his arms. Everything but safe. Hey, Lisa, I appreciate that. God bless. Love your country girl talk, PG. And your cussing is like poetry to me. There you go. Girl. God bless. God bless. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. It's the truth. And a lot of people, you know, they're allergic to the truth, right? Absolutely allergic to the truth. Oh, they really dislike PG. No, you don't dislike me. Get it right. You don't dislike me. You dislike the truth. You dislike what I say, what I speak, and that is the truth.
No. I definitely dislike you because you don't speak the truth. What it is it's your opinion, but you speak it like it's the truth. And that is wrong when it comes to a missing child's case. 150% wrong. I also don't appreciate your bully tactics. You're mean, you're cranky, and you're a hypocrite. Okay? You go after people all the time, and then you make others who review you feel like they're bullies when they're not. You call them bullies, but you're just being reviewed for your bad behavior. And for what you've done to Summer, her brothers, and many, many other people.
Go with brain, right? Go with brain, get it right. It's not me that you dislike. It's hearing the truth is what you dislike. That's the problem. That's what's wrong with haters. Haters hate hearing the truth, right?
No, not in this case. In this case, you're not telling the truth. You're spinning stories to fit your own narrative for your channel to make money on a missing child. I think that's sick. I don't think I'm a hater, because if you did good things with your channel, I would support it, but you don't. I don't like that you accused multiple people of being involved in something to do with Summer's disappearance with no proof. I don't like that you have exploited Summer, that you've exploited her brothers, and another minor involved in the case as well, and that you've just blamed countless people. Oh, and you've showed their pictures, told where they live, talked about their family members. I'm sure they don't appreciate that. Just because you're a neighbor or someone who knows the Wells doesn't mean you want to be public. But you did that multiple times to multiple people. It's wrong. And I know for a fact that you wouldn't like if it was done to you, because you're trying to stay anonymous. How about the same respect for those other people? Yeah, you didn't give it to them. Hypocrisy. Not only just people surrounding Summer Wells, but you've done it to other creators as well. So the hypocrisy around here is real. So it's not just because people are haters and they don't like the truth. It's because you're an asshole.
Evil human beings hate to hear the truth. Why? Because it's hitting home, baby. It's hitting home. And they hate it. Right? And then you still have a few, a few slow people. You still have a few slow humans, turtle, that still try to play on the devil's playground with the twisting words, right? Oh, I want to twist these words to say what I want them to say instead of what someone said. Yeah, I tell you what you could twist, motherfucker, and you won't like it.
See, yet another example of the hypocrisy. You sit up there night after night, PG, and twist people's words. You twist them so they fit exactly how you want them so you can tell your stories and twist your BS.
That's what I could do. Trust and believe me. You got a lot of those pieces out here as well, right? That like to twist people's words to say not even what they were saying, but to say what you want them to say. And that's the devil's old trick. Everybody's caught on to it, and only super uneducated people, like scum of the earth, that don't have a life, still try to use it, right?
Still talking about yourself.
People's evolved from that shit. You know, it worked for a minute until people like me stuck their foot down on it and said, look, you trifling piece of trash. Don't try to put words in my mouth that ain't there. Don't try to twist my words to say what you want them to say instead of what I am saying. That bullshit ain't going to work. You fucking devil's advocate. Get the hell out of here. I rebuke Satan in the name of Jesus Christ, right? I rebuke him. Take your twisted fucking black tongue and go somewhere else with it. Because it ain't welcomed here. You just turn your car in there and it's you know, who let the dogs out? Right?
Right?
Who let the dogs out? Everybody, the whole damn holler knows you're there. Come on, you kidding me? Hey, Penelope, I appreciate that. God bless. God bless, girl. I appreciate that. Absolutely. That is beautiful. I appreciate the support for Summer's channel. Absolutely. God bless. But yeah. Sorry, you guys, but I got to turn the microphone off because then I'll have somebody say, did you hear PG's lighter click in? Right? Did you hear light that cigarette? Well, yeah, I did light it. I did. And I'm smoking that bitch too. Right now, as we speak. As we speak. Right? That's what I got to say.
I'm wearing Fendi, money spending, all I wanna do is flex.
So, I did cover Summer's case tonight.
You sure did cover Summer's case tonight. You did that first, and then you did your drama. And when you did cover Summer's case, you covered all things you've covered a million times. That's your opinion, that's not factual. Then you moved on to the drama. You got it right out of the way and moved right on to the drama. PG, I hope you do realize that drama and a missing child do not mix. They don't mix well at all. One thing I'll say about Justin is at the very least, he made a separate channel for his drama. And he keeps his regular true crime type streams a lot more serious and respectful. Why don't you make a second channel for your drama, Prayer Garden? Your bullying, your bashing, your lies. Why don't you make another channel and do it there and keep Summer out of it? That would be the respectful thing to do.
I did cover Summer's case tonight. I think it was a great night. I think, you know, I so appreciate my mods. I appreciate all the support for Summer's channel. Each and every person here. I'm always thankful to God for putting this channel together for Summer.
I don't know, PG. The God that I know would not approve of your channel. It's disturbing, and I highly doubt God approves of it. And that's my opinion. You can start praying at the end of your streams now like you do, and it doesn't make it any better. It actually makes it worse and more disturbing.
That I am. It's open panel here every night. People want to come up, want to talk. You're always welcome. And this is not a me channel. This is a we channel. This is Summer's channel. It always has been, always will be.
PG, if that was even remotely true, you wouldn't be keeping all the money for yourself.
I just want to put that out there and let people know, you know, and I don't bite. You can come up on panel. I promise you. And unless you're, you know, unless you're looking for, you know, if you're looking for trouble, then you might not be smart to come up here. But if you're looking to be a, you know, support for this little girl, hey, you're welcome. Absolutely welcome.
Well, that's just not true. I've heard you kick multiple people off your panel when they don't agree with you. They get a steel-toe boot in the ass because they have a different opinion. And you scream at them and you swear at them. It really just depends on your mood. Sometimes you'll force your opinion on those people and then kick them off. Yeah, PG, quit lying.
Flex. I'm not pretending, only trending. All I wanna do is flex.
And, go stink it up somewhere else. Because you will not be stinking it up here. That's for sure. And use PG for content if you please. Go ahead. Because I'm going to tell you, when you use me for your content, you're using your fucking best, baby. My fucking ass would make you all sunny face. Trust and believe that. And, and as for H's dad, that chicken neck motherfucker, let me tell you something right now.
And trigger warning, here comes some bullying right after talking about summer. I didn't put it all in, but there is some of it just as an example.
He has, you really want to talk? Dude, you fucking need a dentist. You got like mother freaking what? 3 teeth in your whole fucking mouth, maybe 4. Half of them's missing in the bottom. I mean, I look like I could roll a bowling ball through the bottom of your fucking teeth. And the rest look rotten as hell. I can only imagine the stench that comes out your mouth when you talk. Go take care of your own ass, dude. Your personal hygiene's going to hell. I don't know how old you are, but you look 70, 80 years old. You are in no town any way, form, or how. Right? You live in the slums, and you act like you live in them.
All right, that's enough of that. It actually went on for quite some time longer. Yeah, I'm not sure what Andrew said that got her going, or what hopefully he was asking her to stop exploiting his son. That would be nice. And Summer, PG, just because he does it doesn't mean you get to do it, okay? 2 wrongs don't make a right. Anyway, you're vile.
PG has a panel guest, and they both sound ridiculous, in my opinion. Also, to be clear, all of what is in this video is from one livestream. I chose what I thought was relevant. Please see the link in the description to watch it in full.
Well, my point is just be careful who you follow. All really, if you feel like they're not in the right intentions for Summer, don't follow them. Just please don't follow them. We know what we do here on PG's channel, and there's a few other channels that do the same thing for Summer.
Well, that is complete BS. Because you know what? You don't put out the facts on this channel. And that's really all that you should be putting out. Besides an opinion here and there, or a speculation here and there, where you're very specific in saying, this is my opinion. But you don't do that.
And we really just have to support those channels that actually care and love about Summer and want justice for her.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the thing is, I wish every channel would just be out here for the reason that, that we are here. This is called the true crime community.
No, Prayer Garden, this is not called the true crime community. This is called drama mixed with a missing child's case. One missing child. That's what your channel is. Drama and trash mixed with a missing child. And that is disturbing. Do you know what the real true crime community does? They post factual videos of many different cases, not just one. That's the true crime community. You are nothing but drama and exploiting a missing child. And that is not true crime. Notice the term true crime. The word true is in it. So what you're saying should probably be true and factual, not a bunch of garbage and drama. Just saying.
That we are here. This is called the true crime community. This is, where we support children and other missing humans as well. It's where we're the voice for the voiceless.
That, right there, is disturbing and terrifying all at once.
And it's a great service to be doing if you're doing it right.
And you, lady, you are not doing it right. You and many others are making a mess in Summer's name.
That's all I ask of people. Please, just do it right.
Tell that to yourself. Also tell Daisy, Ziggy and so many others.
And it's not about what a lot of people is trying to make it about, and it's not right. What I'm saying is we're all going to have to meet our makers, folks. We're going to all have to meet our maker one day, and you better be here for the right reason, because God knows your heart and he knows why you're truly here. And you better be here because you truly love these children, you truly want them found, you truly want them brought home, and you truly want to be here for them. And if that ain't why you're doing it, you shouldn't be doing it at all. You shouldn't be doing it at all, because you will pay the price if you're here for any other reason.
Wow, Prayer Garden, that was riveting. I think you need to rewind and listen to that and take it in for yourself, because what you do is wrong. Anyway, PG also spoke a lot about Bob G in that live stream. Actually, not a lot. It was more like a lot about Andrew Hiltz and then a little about Bob G. Let me quickly just say that I do not agree with Andrew Hiltz a lot of the time. But PG, speaking about him and his appearance and his teeth and how he lives, that's not your place. You don't show your face, so you don't get to do that. And that's my opinion. Anyway, but in a previous stream, she spent a lot of time bullying Bob G and saying horrible, vile things about him. To the best of my knowledge, that stream got deleted, but I do have a link for you where you can go listen to what she said about him, and it's pretty despicable. We have yet another creator calling someone a PEDO. She didn't say it in those exact words, but she most definitely implied it, and it is disgusting. Do I agree with everything Bob G has put out? No, I don't, especially with regards to Summer and her family. I don't think it's right, even if it's your opinion, to do things like that. But, however, and a big however, that doesn't mean that he deserves to be done like that. It was disgusting, Prayer Garden. So I would appreciate it if after we leave here that you go check out Bob G. Wayward Spirits and read his community wall. And you have to scroll down a little bit because he does post a lot. But you'll see exactly what he said to Prayer Garden to get her so triggered. And it's kind of like what I say to her, calling out the things that she does to Summer and her case, things like that. So go take a look at that. And you can also listen to his response videos to what she did, which is, yeah, what she did was pretty vile. Again, there is a clip of exactly what she said about him, and I'm going to send you to that channel as well. And that channel is also available to hear the entire thing, as far as I know, because she deleted it. So the channel name, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, is Remember Me. Cool name. I like it. There's also a lot of other cool videos on there that you can check out. Lots of clips and some long ones too, which is good. So go check them out, and the link to that exact video will be in the description, as well as Bob G's link, so you can hear all of the responses back and forth, and basically his response to what she said about him. She also accused him of stalking her and harassing her and going in her back chat, and Bob's reply is, I don't go in back chats. Anyway, have a listen. It's all there. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I do believe we have a little clip for the very end, and then we'll be done. Thank you again so much for being here. I appreciate it. Prayer Garden, don't quit your day job, because you're probably going to need it. Just saying. So our last clip of the night does come from Remember Me. Thank you. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So make sure you check out their channel. And this is kind of interesting. It's Prayer Garden and her hypocrisy once again. So let's have a listen, and that'll be all. Take care, everyone.
Usually people that go around accusing other people of doing shit are doing it themselves. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if it has not been to your experience. That when people go around, when people come around you accusing people of doing things, usually they're doing it themselves. Right? Put a 1 in the chat if you find that to be truth. Absolutely. Absolutely.
PG, you're the one going around accusing people of things, and they're nasty.
And I have money first. Good, good. Listen, motherfucker, I work for my money. And how I spend is none of your fucking business. Right? It's none of your business. At all how I'm spending my money.
Oh, PG, when you're making money in the name of a missing child on YouTube, people tend to make it their business.
You know what you do fucking know? Is I am in the same home every night, on these lives, taking care of my children, and I'm sober.
Sober? No. You can refer back to my other video where you're definitely admitting to smoking the goody good. So that's not exactly sober. Not terrible. You know, people like it, but not sober. So you're lying. If you shouldn't be driving a car, then you're not sober. Just saying.
I'm not out here singing some fucking song, right? Oh, Benny, how I love you, Benny. Benny, please come to... It has to be ugly, right? But listen, I do need to get out of here. And I'm going to ask, please keep the prayers going up for this little girl, because this is really what this is all about. It shouldn't be about anything else. None of this should be going on. This should be about Summer and other missing children, and not all of this hatred and BS that, you know, that's happening out here.
You know it's hard out here for a pill.
Yeah, I'm always on the move. If you get in my way, you'll catch a 1 and 2. Got a clear view, penthouse vision mood. To the top, I'm gon' pop, you gon' see me soon. Of winning, living like I'm a millionaire. Got a vision, I'm willing to do anything to get there. Man, I'm driven and building something that people calling rare. Always prepared, I'll teach you when I get there. Taking lessons, it's a blessing. Only happy with progressing. I don't ever second guessing. Know your path, get obsessive. Have a mentor that's aggressive. Teach you things, have objectives. Changing lives from depressive all to something so impressive.
Yeah, we all have things standing in the way of our wildest dreams. You gotta tell them how it be. Move out the way or get buried underneath. I said move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way. Move, bitch, get out of my way.
Move, bitch, out my motherfucking way.
Yeah, we all have things standing in the way of our wild.
This video is fair use. It is transformative and is protected under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, reporting, teaching, and more.
You're literally stealing my content. I mean, you're literally stealing my content. How would you feel if somebody was stealing your content?